And we are jumping right into Eviolite versus Junior.
Pikachu versus Pirahna Plant. This is an interesting one. I'm kind of, I'm kind of surprised by the FD pick because, oh my goodness, the damage is coming.
We're already starting. Pikachu doing Pikachu things. This is a very two polar ends of the tier list matchup. One that we are not too familiar with. You don't see this too often, do you? Pikachu versus Pirahna Plant.
It's because there are like quite a few Pikachus in the UK, but there aren't a ton of plants. The only other one I can think of is Dimitri, who's absolutely insane.
Yeah, this is actually the first I've ever seen of Eviolite. I didn't actually know there were any other Pirahna Plants other than Dimitri.
So I know there used to be, oh my goodness, that down B not quite going to take it, but that was my very good coverage from Junior. Honestly, making the most of the fact that like Pirahna Plant is actually one of, I think, top 10 heaviest characters in the game. So as a result, or up around that kind of like heavyweight for some reason.
Jeez,
oh my goodness.
Straight into it.
So as a result, making the most of your conversions is so important. And JR is absolutely making use of that. Jesus.
Maybe JR just wants to get their comms over with, you know, speed through wave C as fast as possible, because you know what, we're a minute and 10 seconds in, and 2 stocks are gone, and the third one is well on its way.
JR's conversion game, honestly, absolutely insane. I know they were making moves in London as well. Almost beat Darkstalker. I think they got top 3 at a London local, the Stratty one.
So JR is a London Pika?
They're from the northwest? Northwest or northeast, I can't remember. Might be one of the two. But regardless, they're absolutely insane and have made waves at least the one weekly they went to while they were in London.
Yeah, Eviolite is definitely struggling. And like you were saying, the conversions on JR are so clean. Does not miss a beat.
Absolutely.
Goes straight into the bears, knows where Eviolite will be going, and then just converts off of that. Wastes no time at all. No flubbed confirms.
Indeed.
It's incredible.
It's insane. Having that sort of consistency is so important against heavy characters like Plant, because they kill you super early too. So you got to balance out the fact that they're heavy by getting those kills, getting that damage.
Yep, the more chances you give heavies like Pirahna Plant to get out of disadvantage, the more chances you give them to kill you with her massive damage output.
It's insane.
If done right. And you want to give them as little chances as possible, Skulls.
Indeed. Also making use of the stage as well. The nature of the stage allows JR to kind of like quick attack around. But T-Jolt on this stage, oh my goodness, almost getting the down B up. But the T-Jolt on this stage just takes up so much control. Constantly, Pirahna Plant has to move around it, which means they can't set up their projectile game, their like little trap game that is one of the strongest aspects about the character, the different traps that it can set up. So as a result, Eviolite has a really hard time just getting it. But
yeah, because one of the things that one of the redeeming factors about Pirahna Plant's overall weak character is the ability to set up traps, what with the Tui, with the poison gas, and other things like down B, right?
Yeah.
But then when you've got such an oppressive projectile such as T-Jolt that can just, on command at any point in time, just take control of an entire part of the stage, as much as Pika wants it to, you really don't give Pirahna Plant that free reign to just take control of the stage in his own way.
Literally.
And so that shuts down an important aspect of Pirahna Plant's Pirahna Plant's playstyle. And so Eviolite then has to make up for that in ways that Pirahna Plant can't really do so.
Yeah.
Due to their, per character strengths.
Yeah, it's tough. They definitely get abused quite a ton in disadvantage. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Eviolite manages to both the stage counter picks and how Eviolite adapts around JR's playstyle, and T-Jolt in neutral as well. It's such a potent option. It's one of the reasons why Pikachu is so broken.
Yeah, I am wondering how he adapts to this oppressive Pika, because some changes definitely have to be made. Well, we'll see. Maybe FD's not the pick.
Possibly. Well, I believe I saw we're going to Town and City. This is an interesting one because Pirahna Plant, really good kill power. While it is a decent bit of it is vertical, but I know that like F-tilt, back air, these are really decently strong horizontal kill moves. So definitely evens it out. And you got these platforms every now and then to create that kind of space, but it's really tough.
But Junior doesn't seem to want any of that we're talking about, Skulls. Definitely someone to shut down Pirahna Plant and turn Town into his stage to play with.
100%, and here we have it. Not quite being able to find the same damage output, but still just making use of that T-Jolt.
Oh, absolutely. See, and you just see it come into play. Like, poison gas is set down, And irrespective of whether it's down or not, Pirahna Plant still has to play around T-Jolt.
Yeah.
Pika doesn't have to interact with that gas. Like,
Absolutely. Pirahna Plant gets so much of having to like interact with them because they're kind of like in their games where if you jump in on them or have to approach them, it's so tough because they have such good keep out tools. And as a whole, just kind of their design is really good in that in that aspect.
yeah, because just what are you trapping, Scott? So when you're playing Pirahna Plant against Pika, what are you trapping? You're trapping that rat across the other side of the stage has no incentive to come to you.
Yep, it's honestly they just don't have to play Pirahna Plant's game, which makes it really tough. Like,
And then up B as well. It's just like, just move away from every trap Pirahna Plant sets up.
yep, as soon as Pikachu is in a like close quarter scenario, JR just gets out of there. As you can see, these rolls, these quick attacks, Eviolite is going to have to put in some effort to try and like bait out these escape options and then punish them because
Yeah, absolutely. But it's, you know, despite all that we've said, it's going much, much better than it did last game. I mean, almost coming up to 2 minutes into this game, whereas Eviolite was on his last stock at this exact time last game, but now their stocks have been lost.
Exactly. They're taking it a lot slower, which is what you need to do against Pikachu. There's such an explosive character, especially the ones with really good conversions. They get one hit on you and you just blow up.
I feel like that was definitely an opportunity for Eviolite to bait out that quick attack, where didn't quite make use of that situation. Though
Indeed.
both players in an equally good position to take this first stock.
Absolutely. Pirahna Plant's kill power, no joke. That up smash, those up throws, god damn.
The Pirahna Plant kill power is no joke, guys.
Not a joke in the slightest. Cannot be caught laughing.
I don't want to hear you laughing, King.
Don't want to hear anyone laughing because that's when they strike. That's when you least expect it, when you get caught laughing.
We've got an incredibly slow game at the moment. See who takes this first stock, and I'm honestly predicting whoever gets this first stock will be the one to snowball away with it.
Absolutely. Because like Pirahna Plant, very heavy character, hard to kill, but Pikachu on the other hand, while they're light, they're very hard to catch. So it's like unstoppable force versus like the immovable.
Oh, this may be it.
Oh, and that up throw is going to take
No way
it.
you're surviving that up throw.
And with this stock lead, 3 and like 4 minutes left on the clock, JL kind of just has control over the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Pirahna Plant now has to play Pikachu's game more than ever. It's not looking too great.
Good awareness from Eviolite though. JR tried to do the drag down back air to bait an air dodge, and just upbeat straight out of that. And that up smash, just as I said, you can never land on Pirahna Plant because just like in the Mario games, you will get bitten.
Absolutely.
They will consume you.
Yeah, you know what? I just deeped it that up smash is the exact same animation Pirahna Plant in the actual Mario games has.
Yeah.
Don't know why that's only just hit me.
Same. I only realized that when describing the character, like you can't land on them. It is exactly like the Mario games. You can't land on them if you have to approach them.
Oh,
So,
unfortunate SD from Eviolite. This is just getting worse and worse, like I said.
it's definitely very tough, but still, it's possible. But it's definitely got a mountain to climb.
Oh, absolutely. Eviolite. Oh, there's a lot of dancing in that corner going on.
Moving around, just kind of weaving around each other, taking their time. Because while you don't have a lot of time left, you also don't want to let that condition you to rush in, because that's Pikachu's win condition.
Yeah, but you see that interaction in the corner. Eviolite placing down that poison gas, then taking a step back from the poison gas and charging up smash. However, what Junior does is jumps off stage, throws out T-Jolts, and now we're playing Pikachu's game.
Indeed, indeed. And honestly, that last stock was really good awareness from Eviolite. They completely mixed up their recovery. Usually, whenever they're off stage, immediate back air, immediate forward air, down air from JR. So they just use that fact to bait them off stage and then down B. And now we have even stocks. Not necessarily an even game, though, as the damage keeps on racking up.
Yeah, people do like to call back to, oh, heavies are heavy. This is basically an even game. However, we need to consider this matchup, and
Yeah.
it's definitely a tall mountain for Eviolite to climb. However, not impossible.
Definitely not impossible. They're getting these damage. They're getting these like stray hits in, and as you can see, 2 hits, 3 hits now, 64%. The damage is building up, almost finding that answer to T-Jolt with the down B there, but not quite. And we got a precarious situation for Eviolite. Used all their resources. They got to get back. JR does not find the edge guard.
This is that down air. This is what I was saying, Scholars. You can't be giving Pirahna Plant all these chances to get back.
Absolutely, because then you're playing their game, and it's quite a scary game indeed.
Yep, absolutely terrifying. I feel like it was a good chance for a bear. Ledge jump into bear.
Eviolite is getting more comfortable dealing and hitting through these T-Jolts, but unfortunately going to overextend in the very last moments. Quite a good, amazing showing from both players, honestly. Eviolite had the adaptation towards the end, but was a little bit too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, very, very nicely played from the two of these players.